Hello everyone, welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Today we're going to be playing episode 2 for the first time. I'm so excited. I got the email last night that it was finally out and I've just been waiting to play it. So without further ado, let's go. Yes, let's continue. We wake up at the house where we decided to sleep in the shorter episode where I went for the best outcome. So, you open your eyes, the sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you from the trees, their calls echoing through the woods as you run for your life. I knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is Drake? Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a pot of fresh coffee on the table, if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Finish getting dressed and calmly collect yourself. You calmly collect yourself while Tabitha fumes outside your door. Are you sure you don't want to visit for a bit? You don't have to run around being the big boss this week of all weeks. You should let yourself... I'm fine, thanks. Drake, I know you're here. Where the hell are you hiding? Walk out to greet them. Now sufficiently prepared to greet other civilized humans, you open the door and join them in the living area. Oh, look at her! Gretchen is so cute. Gretchen excitedly looks at you and wiggles her tail. Morning, how'd you sleep? What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? We went out to the woods to film a video? Never mind, I don't actually want to know. What I do want to know is why on earth you decided to blow me off to spend the night with a stranger. Hey, don't be so hard on Drake. I asked him to crash here. And last night was a lot, Tabby. There are something horrible out in these woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Drake walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. Yeah, this is weird. It's her house. Why are you bossing her around? But she did ask nicely to just have a moment, so I think I'll quietly let Stella leave. Thanks. You've been in town for less than a day and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever, that checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. She's worried, so... Yeah, I'm gonna actually say I'm sorry. It won't happen again. That damn smile. Good. I'm glad we could have this talk. Hopefully you'll treat my time with the respect it deserves from here on out. Oh, now she went a little bit back into the douchebag territory, but you know. Speaking of, I got places to be. I'd better see you back at the estate tonight. You hear Stella's voice call out from another room. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, no need to catch me up. I was listening in from the other room. Sorry I let you get ambushed. Tabby showing up like that blindsided me. Um... No, I'm gonna say that I'm happy I stayed here. Me too. Anyway, sorry for that rude awakening. I'd been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, hold up. Why are you so chipper? Last night was horrible. Ha, I guess it was pretty gnarly, but those ditchlings are exactly the sort of thing I've been looking for my entire adult life. It's not like anyone got hurt either, except for those poor critters in the woods. Do I want to say that? Shouldn't bury feelings like that. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I really want to say that. Who the fuck am I to tell other people how to deal with their emotions? Not your therapist. Yeah, I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. I want to check out the mines at some point today. Maybe some of the miners there can tell us about Wayne. He scared the bejesus out of me last night. Definitely. Kanika's waiting for us at the library, so we should head over there first. But unless we find something solid on ditchlings there, the mines seem to be the strongest lead we've got. Oh, let me set up a group chat. What's your number? You and Stella exchange numbers. A text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads, group chat. Anyways, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. Need protein. So hungry. Don't worry about it. I've packed all sorts of snacks for the day. Oscar totally won't mind if we eat at the library. Okay, let's get dressed and head into town. There they are. That's the person that so far I think I'm gonna romance. Avery is a sight to see. A sight to behold, even. The walk to town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill... This is the first time I've seen this word in my life. Please don't judge me. Both from the chill in the morning air and the all-too-present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Well, it's also the Town Hall, but that's just a small upstairs office anyways. I guess this town is not what it used to be. Well, I remember when, in my town, the library was also at the town hall. Like, you would go up these old wooden stairs. It was so decrepit and it just smelled of really old wood. But it was also kind of cool. But now they moved the library to another building and the town hall is just a town hall and you can't get in anymore. So, kind of sad. But, you know, that and our mayor's really into going on walks. I think there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week. Could be just a pick-me-up we need with everything that's been going on. I don't think he's gonna take the whole thing seriously. Yeah, sounds fun. I'd love to meet the mayor. Sweet, you won't regret it. Oh, hey. Ah. Morning, Stella, and same to you, Drake. Speak of the devil. We were just talking about you. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party? Sorry y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop the chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at a diner, you can meet me in the library when you're done. Sure. See you in a bit, Stella. Cool, see you soon. Whoa, she always has time to chat. Is she feeling okay? Oh, Stella and Drake just got up to a bit of trouble last night, that's all. You can't just drop something like that and leave me hanging. What happened, Drake? I guess I'm gonna tell him what happened. He's probably... Sorry, I'm gonna tell them what happened. I don't know if Avery's gonna believe us, though. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find Skunk Ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said that they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, there are dozens of them and they're mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, whoa. Slow down. Y'all actually found something out there? I can corroborate. I may not have been out there with them, but I've seen their footage, and they encountered something otherworldly in those woods. Well, whatever it was that happened out there, you're clearly a little shaken up. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Drake. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. Ooh, I got the achievement Confidant for that. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please, don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that the woods are full of monsters? What is wrong with people here? Quietly let her leave. I feel like that actually is, like, this is obviously, like, the nice thing, but yeah. Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that the monsters are full of woods? People tell a lot of stories up in these hills, especially city folks who wouldn't know a bear from a Bigfoot. No offense, of course. But I'm afraid that most folk aren't gonna take your claim very seriously. At least not until they see what you saw with their own eyes. Be gentle with them, Drake. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I got things I need tending to. Stay safe and God bless. Thank you, Sybil. Stella said you had some time to kill before she finished setting up. Ooh, I wanna swing by the general store. Hopefully I'll also have time to swing by the diner, but yeah, I'm gonna swing by the general store first. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Hi, I'm Drake. I just got into town yesterday. Yeah, I know. My mom told me. What's your name? Miles. So if I wanted to buy something here, do I talk to you or Miles size? I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care. I'm paying for my chips, I insist. I'm not ringing you up, take 'em or leave 'em. But wouldn't that make Kanika mad? Well, she shouldn't have left me in charge while she's off doing whatever. If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. She inherited the store, and I don't want to keep getting suckered into working here just because I'm her brother. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I can take chips and still tell Kanika about it. I mean, I don't think it's stealing. He's allowing me to take it. Grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips from a nearby shelf. It will sustain you in the coming days. Cool. What you doing on your phone? Games, you probably haven't heard of them. I'm not gonna tell him to leave town. I don't think he gives a shit. Yeah. See you, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store. Sticky fingers achievement unlocked. Let's swing by the diner. You head towards the diner. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Yeah, I'm not gonna warn anybody. I think that would be ridiculous. Oh, Avery's waving at us. Oh my god. Yeah, let's talk to Avery. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Coffee date. Don't mind if I do. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Sir! Person! Ma'am! Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 dine is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to get that? I don't know why I even bother with these things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Is Avery a himbo? Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, what the hell happened last night? You can tell me, I won't judge. Ooh! Ooh! We can flirt! I actually came here because I want to get to know you. I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge, I'm here to listen. I'm gonna try my tea. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. Listen, here's what I would actually do in this situation. I would not trust my senses and put it back down, and then I would try to sip it again, to see if it gets better, if it's like an acquired taste. And then if it's really bad, I would try to sneak it into the toilet to spill it so that the people working there don't judge me because I didn't drink what they made me. And that's on anxiety, so it tastes healthy. You take another sip. The flavor is strong and slightly unpleasant, but something that tastes this bad must be good for you. Wow, not a lot of folks take the chaga so quickly. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here, supposedly super healthy, and it makes for a challenging drink. Color me impressed. Well, I'm blushing. Suddenly very hot in this room. I do wanna flirt. I guess we could chat about last night, but I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. Oh yeah? Alright, what do you want to know? Lord, help me. Have you lived here your whole life? Nah, I moved here from Charlotte, gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Twinnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be part of. Oh, we've got a keen eye trait. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. I get it. Han felt like an outsider. Interesting, interesting. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked you up. Oh, talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really part of the town. It could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in. Hey, you know, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that. Ooh, when he's giving us the side eye. Why'd you leave Charlotte, if you don't mind me asking? No, it's cool. I was having some education disputes with my folks. They had thoughts on how my life was supposed to go, and I had other plans. It, wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. I'm not gonna ask him if he regrets it, but, well, maybe I could. I could ask Avery, but I don't know. Again with the side eye from Winnie. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have a choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. Alright, I think I'm ready to talk about what happened last night. Oh yeah? You spill the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods. I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. I'm not going to let anything happen to you or this town. You should get out of here before things get worse. And take me with you. Let me know if you happen across any leads. I mean, cute, but I don't think this is actually going to be helpful in any way. So yeah. We're on the case, but I hardly know where to start. Let me know if you hear anything. Definitely. Aw man, it looks like my shift is starting. Hopefully the chug has had a chance to start working its magic. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions these monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue with your day. I am thoroughly satisfied with how that went, and I'm now going to head to the library. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. You feel comfortable here, reminded of childhood trips taken to the library with your long-suffering mother, of sitting down with a stack of picture books and young readers for entire afternoons while she ran errands. Oh hey, you made it! Sure, Stella point to all the books before heading over to the table or settle in with Stella and Kanika. Settle in. You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settle in. Glad you found the place. Hey Drake, you look tired. Snitch on Miles. Pretty amped up. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Can't just tell someone they look tired. Should I snitch on Miles? I mean, it's not a big deal, it's just a bag of chips. But if he does it to everyone, then it could be a big deal. Should I snitch on Miles? I don't know. I don't want to immediately kill the mood for her. I wish that was an option in, like, a little bit. It was hard to fall asleep. All things considered. I can't say I got a wink myself. Yeah, same. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. Hey, I'm Drake, Tabitha's cousin. I'm here in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. I'm Oscar, chief librarian and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Why is Gretchen staring into my soul? Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she didn't come home last night, and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know, the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. Teens getting up to mischief while the ditchlings in the woods. Yeah, sure, I'm definitely supposed to say that. Not. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great, old, abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Yeah, I'm gonna say nothing here. Let the others talk. Not much I can add to the conversation, genuinely. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings. Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. Oh, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Hey, have a biscuit, old gal. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in these woods. The woods aren't safe, nothing that we can't get to the bottom of. Whatever's out there has been brutalizing the local wildlife. I don't think it's safe. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Drake, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. So we could also potentially romance the DILF. However, we shall not. Okay, I'm not ready to become a stepmother. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. It's going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. I'll be doing most of my research online. You never know what kind of weird biases the folks writing these books might have. That's very good thinking. Whatever you find online might be biased too, you know. Which is why we cross-reference things. Yeah, you're right. It's good to cast a wide net. Guess the books are up to me and Drake. Reading awaits. Okay. Reading is for suckers. Let Kanika and Stella do the work for you. No. Let's start with Appalachian folk monsters. I feel like the first and third ones sound the most promising. Let's flip through the coal mine one. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time at the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as captain of the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country, Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1889, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's eldest son, Theodore, who had taken over for his aging father during the bustle of the war, his brother Enoch, the Scarlet, or the fifth Scarlet, I don't know, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. A few entries catch your eye of the Appalachian folk monster book. Explore the Wampus cat, a large cat-like creature with a loud howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. Tommyknockers, enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures primarily known for causing mischief. Tailipo, small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. A few entries catch your eye. Let's try with these ones. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim that they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. Interesting. Wampus cat. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and, by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of her region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Okay, so I do get to read about all of them. A Tailipo. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess this'll have to do," he said to his dog, and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring right back at him. "Who is this man moaning Myrtle?" "I want my Kalipo." A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away," he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him. Still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood, accompanying its movements. "I want my Kalipo," the creature growled again. "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Kalipo." Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from darkness, a long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. You're done here. You close the book and put it back. Okay. Flip through Silas Scarlet, Soldier, Woodsman, Leader. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the Army in 1836. He quickly rose through the rank, in part due to his father's connection, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas' own two hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. It's always a fucking Mary, isn't it? Logging businesses brought in many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Okay, think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here, but not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps on the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Aw, hey Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip out any paper he can find. Don't worry, little guy, I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. I love Pixel! God, I want a black cat so bad. Sorry if Pixel is bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Why'd you let a paper shredder freely wander the library? No, I'm gonna leave Pixel be. Cats are assholes and I love them. You decide to let Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Ooh! Alright, I'd better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Any luck with Rosalina? Do you think there's a cult here? Let's talk about Veins of Scarlet, Silas, Appalachian folk monsters. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this? We should check out the mines. Okay, let's ask, have you had any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. You'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on her usual haunts. Yeah, Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up mid-air and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch, which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right, its conventional explosive disintegrated in mid-air, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. So we've probably got like a nuclear bomb material leaking into soil, possibly causing a mutation of whatever the ditchlings are, maybe? So the nuke made the ditchlings. Yeah, okay. If the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be so many ditchlings here? So the nuke made the ditchlings. Case closed. Looks like we got it, folks. I don't think so. Goldsboro is almost 400 miles away from here. Looks like you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. So, Appalachian folk monsters. Ooh. All of the stories I read were about revenge. Huh. Guess it's a popular subject from myths and urban legends. Wampus can't sound like mountain lions. Do you think the Chins are Tommy knockers? Do you think Wayne is a Tommy knocker? My mom used to tell me the Haley Post story. I'd totally forgotten about it. These are both quite interesting. I would presume that Wayne is a Tommy knocker before I would presume that the ditchlings are, because the ditchlings don't seem to be sabotaging mines. They seem to, like, they haven't been any mining disasters as of late. It just sounds like they are killing animals and breeding themselves. Again, worried about, you know, explore options, canceling out other ones. My mom used to tell me that Talipo story back when I was little. I can't believe I've forgotten that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Talipo, the one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. No, I know it's just because chimneys don't burn down and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Talipo. I've camped out there a couple of times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Oh yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I love to live on the edge. Wampus cats kind of sound like they could be mountain lions. Voice like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they're 100% mountain lions. Kenny Cat, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or somebody getting confused about a perfectly normal animal, sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of a Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to it. Scarlet, there was literally a mountain lion in the ditchling nest last night. Oh, that's brilliant, actually, yeah. Stella, there was literally a mountain lion in the ditchling nest last night. Ooh, I don't want to believe. Achievement unlocked. What? No way. No way. Let me check the footage real quick. Stella pulls out her phone. Well, there weren't any alive ones in these parts. Do you think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Maybe he's the ghost of a dead miner. Ugh, that creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea shop. He snuck up on us last night and called out Drake by name. There's definitely something wrong with the guy. Like, seriously wrong. But I don't think he's a ghost. It's worth keeping him in mind, though. That's fair. Ghosts tend to be tied to a specific place, though maybe he's haunting the whole town. Ooh. Image Stella's TS glance explain not found. Okay, so there's an error in game. I might need to take a screenshot of this later and try and send it to someone. He's not a ghost because ghosts aren't real. I've also seen him, like, touch stuff. Let's move on. Is Stella just not gonna be in the fucking image anymore? Do you think there's a cult here? No. Talk about Scarlet. I guess. Ah, there she is again. So, about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I could get sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourselves. I love a good crevice. A union-busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what that sculpture out front is for. Commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably to try and show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. Yeah, you're right. You know, there could be what the ditchlings are warning us about, another collapse. Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Gee, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor markets are way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Whew, had me worried there for a second. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it has been back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. We'll get to it. What happened after the mine collapsed? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There was a whole lot written about the past century here. There's not, okay. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything, I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit whenever they hear your name. He got run out of the town on a rail, you know? And that's not a figure of speech. Back then they literally tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural for it over on the far wall. He got off easy if you ask me. they're coming from the mines. Wayne seems sick. The mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. What if there's something toxic in the mines, poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. Honestly, that sounds like one of the most plausible explanations we've had so far. What about the ditchlings? I don't know, maybe there's some sort of parasite down in the mines. Maybe it infected Wayne, and maybe Wayne has infected the local wildlife. Huh, yeah, that could work. So Sal's Scarlet. What are Visionist biography? Rich guy in the south. Should have known it wouldn't be pretty. Product of a different time. Who knows what future generations will think? No. Seems like a great dude. Yeah, geesh, I figured old money from the south wouldn't be great, but he, sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep, dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War, too, and you can probably guess which side the North Carolinian business owner would be working for. Sorry you related to him. So am I. Those burial ground situations like in Poltergeist, this town is stuck in the past, built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing onto itself, no offense. He seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with bad omens or creatures in the woods. I don't think is really relevant to whatever's happening right now. You think the ditchlings are here for retribution? That seems tenuous. Assuming Kaniko's mom is right, they're here as an omen, not because they're going to do something themselves. And I think we all know how I feel on the matter. I'm not gonna ask if they think there's a cult here, I just don't care. And I don't think so. There's what would even point to a cult of anything that we've read so far. We should check out the mines. We're gonna check out the mines, I'm sure, but I'm gonna ask them what they think as well. There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can poke around, found out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Oh, this silence speaks volumes. Right? Yeah, totally. 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what's wrong with Wayne while we're at it. Maybe Tabitha. I doubt it. Get to know Tabitha. I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around. Try to stay under the radar. Like, I would love to mention that Tabitha could help us out, but I feel like she's gonna fucking hate the fact that we are literally coming in to bother people working in her mine, under her. Make them not work and talk to us instead, because she's definitely not gonna fucking buy any of the stuff that's happening. She was very uninterested in it as well. Yeah, I think we should just try and stay under the radar because of, you know, Tabitha. Alright, but if we're doing this, let's do our best to stay under the radar. I'm already in hot enough water with Tabitha as is. That sounds like a good idea. We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can even keep lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't even realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've known each other. Have you seen him lately? No. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Drake. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Okay, then. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall. An isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from unending wilderness. That is a nice house. Oh my god, Kanika, you are gorgeous! The hat, the little see-through shawl thing you got going on. Love it, love it. I would wear the shit out of that. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies too. Shh, not so loud, he's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Drake would get along super well, too. I'm Drake. Rivian's kid, Stella. If Reese is that sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures. Hi, I'm Drake. Vivian's kid? I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Now, I'm probably just bringing back memories about your mom, because you've been said to look a lot like her. Reese's mom turns back into the house sighing. Dude, she looks like she's doing like the fuckboy face. Sorry, but she does. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. We just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Drake. That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe double deck. Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine, ginger ale preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She might cheer him up. You know, they have those therapy dogs in hospital. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. Oh, bro. Reese do be real sick. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Drake. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Oh, Kanika says either way works for me. What is actually with you in cars? Do I want to press on that issue? I mean, Both of her parents had died. She said she doesn't really have a thing for cars. Perhaps a traumatic car crash was involved. I do want to explore, but I just feel like that might be a very sore topic. So, I'm not gonna romance Stella though, so I'm not that stressed about not having the best relationship points with her at the end of this one. Alright, Stella, what is actually up with you and cars? The mines have gotta be ways off, right? Don't worry about it, Drake. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. Okay, I'm gonna ride with Kanika then. Ah, achievement unlocked, mystery machine. I'll ride with Kanika. See you at the mines. Kanika is a careful driver, but her old van still bumps around the mountain roads. Thanks for indulging us in that little diversion. Reese's mom is scary. I don't think either Stella or I have seen the guy outside of his house for years. I've seen him in person maybe 5 or 6 times in as many years. And that was always in his house, and with his mom right there the whole time. No one even knows what he's sick with. That sort of isolation can't be good for his health, no matter what his mom says. Yep, there we go. Stella was in a car crash, wasn't she? How'd you figure that one out? I mean, for starters, she tried to refuse a ride back to town after we made it out of the woods. It wasn't the sort of thing someone does unless there's some sort of trauma there. Stella's a pretty open person too, but when I asked her about it after we got dropped off, she brushed it off. And you were pretty quick to change the subject when I asked about it earlier too. I don't know, it just makes sense. Damn, that's pretty impressive. Not a lot gets past you, bruh. That's how her parents died, car crash. See? I have the real-life keen eye trait. She was in the car too, just some cuts and bruises, but she doesn't like cars and tries her best to stay away from them. I don't think she's ever gonna actually leave this town. Has she seen someone, like a therapist? I mean, I'm gonna say nothing about that. It's just not fair. She's such a sweetheart, and so are her folks. It breaks my heart. Why can I still explore that? That might be a bug too. What's up with your brother? Have you thought about living somewhere else? Why do you still live here? Dead end town? Can you please drive me out of town like right now? Do you have any other theories besides what we talked about in the library? I swung by the general store this morning and met Miles. What's his deal? He didn't do anything weird, did he? He was on his phone the whole time. I bet he was playing the stupid Dragon Ball game. He spent like 200 on it the last month. Don't get me wrong, he's family and I love the guy, but he sure doesn't make it easy. The music is wonderful. Do you have any other theories about what's going on, aside from what we talked about at the library? I don't know. I don't think there's enough information yet to support any strong conclusions. Though I've been wondering if what you two saw was maybe some sort of mutated animal, like a strain of hairless monkeys or raccoons or something. Do you know about Morgan Island? It's off the coast of South Carolina, and there's a whole population of rhesus monkeys infected with herpes, like 4,000 of them. Maybe the ditchlings are some sort of alopecia research monkeys. Which sounds ridiculous now that I've said it out loud. Forget I said anything. Yeah, those were not monkeys. I saw them with my own eyes, and they were way too messed up to be anything like monkeys. I mean, that doesn't rule out lab monkeys, right? Could be whatever made them hairless also caused weird swellings or altered their proportions. But like I said, we don't have anywhere near enough information. So actually going on with Reese, good question. I wish I knew. His mom's been saying he's sick for years, and it's not like she's wrong about it. He's been a wreck the few times I've seen him. I just find it a little weird that his mom hasn't brought in any outside doctors, at least not any I'm aware of. I mean, she's a doctor, but if your kid's been housebound for this many years, you'd think it was something you'd put more effort into fixing. I don't know, I'm probably just projecting or something. That's rough. Yep. Have you ever thought about living somewhere else? Yeah, this wasn't the plan, and it still isn't. I was actually a couple of years into vet school, top of my class might I add, when my dad died. My mom wasn't up for running the store, and you've met Miles. I only wanted to take the semester off, help them back on their feet, but it's been a year and change now. It's not just about my family too. The general store? That's the general store. If it winds up going under, it's hard not to imagine the whole town collapsing with it. Maybe I'll get back next semester. I'll get to go back next semester. I'd say welcome to the Dead Dads Club, but I don't actually know if my dad's dead. Let's not. Just like Stella's mom, you'd be a great vet to chase your dreams. Helping your family out like this is admirable. I'm just gonna say you'd be a great vet. I've seen how you are with Gretchen. Aw, shucks. I was really into biology doing undergrad, and growing up around Stella and her mom gave me a special kind of love for animals. Yeah, let's remain silent. You and Kanika sit in comfortable silence for the last few minutes of the ride. Thank goodness it was comfortable silence. You and Kanika arrive at the mines before Stella. Stella's probably gonna be another couple of Hey y'all, how's the ride? Oof, I'm gonna put Gretchen down for a sec. Did you run here? Yeah, felt like getting a run in. I didn't want to keep y'all waiting. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense, they're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should have feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah. I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down here. If Stella is going on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. I'm sure I'll fit in with a bunch of burly coal miners. I got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. Talking to people scares me. You should suck it up, Kanika. So, if Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears the earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some sort of surveillance rig on the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. You can just do a group call. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about? Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Drake. And I'm not gonna make them uncomfortable, me, the stranger. The absolute stranger. I am gonna remain silent on this one, I think. You say nothing. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if she's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I've missed this too. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance of the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. When people notice I got earbuds on, no can hear it, sorry, you're loud and clear. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other side of on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the work site. Let's enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus, good to know. Approach the nearest group of miners or go straight to the main office to find your cousin. I'm gonna approach the miners first. You approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and a long-haired older man. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Seen anything weird lately? Do you know about a guy named Dwayne? What do you think of Tabitha? Y'all should get out of town. Do you know anything about a guy named Dwayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Missed that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy else said was, Well, I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? Pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. Thought something awful had happened to the poor guy. What did you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? Just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Hey, Zox, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than all of you. And I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. Fuck! But at least now we know that something is up, so we can press on it more, I guess. No idea if I could have gotten them to say anything. I don't think saying I'm Tabitha's cousin would have helped, and I don't think saying that I was a cop would have helped either. The miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe it was just me, but they seemed to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. Yeah, don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We head over to the next group of miners. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Your buddies seem to think you're dead. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey Drake, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Wayne got the jump on me. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped to say hello. Whoa. I thought I saw you talking to someone down here. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. The other miners think this guy's dead, even though he's still lurking around the camp. Totally get that. If you're sure, tipping her off might make it hard to talk to anyone else. Actually, we should regroup. I don't like the thought of spending more time here. Find Tabitha, or no, you're right. I'm going to talk to more miners. Can I talk to more miners and then talk to Tabitha? Because I don't know. What possibly, I don't know, like, what more could they tell us? Wayne doesn't like that we're snooping. I'm gonna talk to more miners first. Hey there, can we help with something? Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? What do you guys think of Tabitha? Or... Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? Any weird animal sightings, odd noises, people getting sick? Any odd noises in the woods? Heard something a few nights ago, like nothing I've ever heard before. Some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, Isaacs, you need to take a sick day. You need rest, man. I've already taken a sick day. Can't afford to take more if I want to have Christmas off. Tabitha. It can't be that bad here, right? Have you seen any weird animals? Don't tend to go on many hikes. Not exactly a nature scene type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed. Maybe a few beers in between. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? Knocking? Not that I've heard. Can't hear shit down there with the machines and men working. My dad used to work these mines before they brought in the continuous miner. That big machine, that is. He told me stories about something that sounded like someone was pounding on the walls. No offense, Isaacs, but your daddy had a few screws loose. Rodriguez, he was a fine man. Have people been getting sick? You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health. That's all on that front, thanks. Anything else? Do any of you know a guy named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I saw him just now. He muttered some creepy stuff to me and disappeared. I knew it. He probably just got back to camp after whatever he went off to do. Hold on a trick. Creepy isn't exactly his MO. You know that, Isaacs. How do you know that was Sam Wayne? I don't recall seeing your face around here before. Name on the jacket. That's what the folks at the general store have been calling him. The name on his jacket. Wayne. Just like yours says Smith. So do all of our jackets, but if I switch with Isaacs, that doesn't make me Isaacs. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. You really think he's running around town, creeping on strangers, ignoring his friends and co-workers? Seems more likely to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, than does running around in his clothes. The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think? No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her, charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jittered ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Can I ask what they think of Tabitha? Now, why would you go and ask a question like that? Are you trying to insinuate something? Horrible woman. Now, fellas, let's not go besmirching the fine gentle lady. If Smith is right, she's got a lot to answer for. Alright, fellas, I think we'd better cool it and get back to work before any of us say anything we might regret. You're probably right. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. Might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes close. I'm going to find Tabitha. I need to talk to her about this stuff. Good luck. I've got my eyes peeled. You make your way to the trailer in the middle of the camp. Tell Stella Kanika you're back to hang up and enter. Achievement unlocked. I want to talk to your manager. You enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at her desk, her head buried in her hands. What are you doing here? And what are these ridiculous things doing in your ears? Aw, crap. Good luck. Sorry, Drake. Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them on the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. What do you want? Quick, before I kick you out. I could just leave if you want me to. I need to take I need you to take what's going on seriously. I need you to take me seriously. Someone's following me. I just want to spend some time with you. I can just leave if you want. No, you're already here. Might as well tell me what's so important. Who is Wayne? He keeps following me. I don't know what to tell you. Look, I'm sure if you ask around about him, you'll hear some rumors, especially from my employees. They like to gossip. There was a man named Sam Wayne who worked here for a spell, then he disappeared. It happens all the time in this line of work. People show up from a job, from out of town, and they disappear one day after getting paid. I don't know what happened to the man. I didn't even know if he was still alive, but of course my workers blame me for running him off. Whatever. It's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. If you've seen him around, that's news to me, and also none of my business, as he is no longer my employee. Is there anything else I can help you with? There are monsters in the woods, Tabitha. I know it's hard to take this seriously, but we caught them on camera, and they're supposedly a portent of doom for the town. I'm not asking you to believe me, but I'm asking you to take me seriously. Look, I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there is some kind of doom coming into this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Coal is a tough industry, Drake, as I'm sure you know. The seams in these hills aren't exactly untapped either. The mine has been operating for almost 200 years. It'll run dry at some point, maybe even in my lifetime, but I'll do what I can. I'll do whatever I have to if it means this place lasts just a little longer. Over 100 people work for me, and for each of those people, this is it. This is the best job they're ever going to get. I don't like doing layoffs. I don't like doing cuts. I don't like seeing my childhood home crumble around me. But every day I get up and do what needs to be done to save this town from ruin. Not that I believe anything when it comes to Stella and monsters, but who cares if you two saw a harbinger of doom? I see that every day. I'll leave it at that. Look, I'm kind of swamped right now. I was actually getting ready for a big meeting when you walked in, but if you want, you can just wait here for an hour or so. I can swing back when I'm done and pick you up. Just don't go around bothering my men. Don't move a muscle. Don't so much as make eye contact with them. They're supposed to be working. I'll see you then. Tabitha leaves the room. As soon as she's gone, you place Kanika's earbuds back in your ears. Hey, is everything good? For her man, but I don't actually want to ask them. Tabitha was actually really helpful. What a waste of time. I don't think she's hiding much. Per se. Something probably. Look at the fucking Stella posters that she's banned. It's kind of fun. Tabitha was actually really helpful. Let's meet back up. Really? That's incredibly surprising. No use sticking around here. Let's head back to meet up. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, what, really? What is she doing here? Clearly, she's doing a delinquency. I'm going after her. Good idea, we'll try and catch up with you. Oh shit. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward a nearby mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. It's been ages since I had the chance to get a good spelunking in. I guess we should go after her, right? Yep. Yeah, let's head in before someone gets hurt. Whoa, you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Drake and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Holy shit. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Let's call her. She did say she was in a meeting. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things like this keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. Called you as a courtesy. I will happily wait. But I'm not going to wait around for you. I don't want to fucking... Obviously, I'm gonna follow them inside. Obviously, but... I called you as a courtesy. But I'm not going to wait around for you. I swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. I can't just let the two of them fucking do it alone. Take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to investigate the maze of corridors. Hey, you made it. I told you they would. I just wanted to make a quick call and give Tabitha the 411. Are you kidding me? I don't know how long it's going to take for this to get through to you, Drake, but that woman is not to be trusted. Well, what matters is that the gang is here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Let's press on. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners? Or should I say the minor miners? Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage, part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs for a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as soon as a sound rushes overhead. Oh my God, what was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how the wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation, like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. These guys got me real good the last time I was here alone. Oh my God, there are bats down here. I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. Holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? Yeah, we should hurry up and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommyknockers. Okay, no. Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way, follow me. Okay, follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turn and stare at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I should have yelled into the Grand Canyon. Do you want me to physically drag each of you out of here? Because I will. What are you, 5? Chill out. They're just teens. Let them have fun. Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. And who the hell are you exactly? That's Drake, Tabby's cousin. Can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's not really asking for much. Don't your kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you still look like a bunch of kids to me. Did you seriously sneak into an abandoned coal mine to drink canned margaritas? Ugh, we were barely drinking. It's not a big deal. Rosalina, you're 13, and I know the rest of you aren't much older. Well, y'all are way rowdier than I ever was at your age. How'd you even get a hold of that much booze? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all of that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone comes in on Tuesdays and Mom's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. It is in fact incredibly irresponsible. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life. And this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed in that you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Nothing ever happens in this town. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? Fuck, dude. If this is what you all do for fun around here, maybe the ditchlings were kind of inevitable. So try and twist this around your sister. Who the fuck am I to budge into that? They've known me for like 24 hours. And not abandoned coal mine. Fuck, dude. I don't know. Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? Oh, and what are you, an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charger hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, and he says the place is totally safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded-up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Aw, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out, you're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I have ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear that 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell her more about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha? Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a great reason for it all. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to save face. What a coward. But I don't think you can, say things about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. There's nothing wrong with being a kid. Oh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not mature. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know? I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Jesus Christ, that's so much dialogue. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. From what? Even if ghosts were real, what would they even do? Yell boo in your face? Yeah, it's real scary. Totally justifies living in a dusty old library. Yo, we should break in and ghost bust it or something. Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can break into her own house, dummy. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure it out how to bust it if it was actually real, and if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we even talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave the empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers, for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here in the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Aw, come on, Tabby, you can come along too. You guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Are you kidding me? Tagging along with some olds to get jump scared by shadows and freak each other out? That's so lame. Whether or not it's lame is irrelevant. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You are all leaving. Oh my god, the teens were right. I did get jump scared. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha, something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Don't go in that hole. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back. Ugh, I knew you were too lame to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Oh, alright. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. Whoa, Kanika. Maybe if we weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mind. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Stop treating us like kids. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever, come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where this tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Drake. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatevs. I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave? Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Aw, come on, Tab. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it will be easier to cover more ground without her. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha venture deeper into the mine. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of a conversation bounce around the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was like really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around. So we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with someone as lame as Stella. Hey. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet. But I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know. You kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Thanks, Stella. Meat Rice, that's a big deal. They're on like every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all those things she'd said tonight. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. Can't even count the number of times you've rolled over my protestations. Protestations? Yeah, in the past 2 days. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Let's press on. Quietly press on. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Fuck, those poor kids. I knew coming down here was a bad idea. They're making us do this. I don't think any of this exploration, I just don't think any of this is important. We're getting closer, let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths, their panicked arguing echoing down the pitch-black corridors. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that stupid crush of yours. She's just a dumb 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear the knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. And it sounds like they're just down here. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha walks up to the ladder and disappears over the edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow the climb down into the pit. Hey, kids. Oh, great. The adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. Becca, is needing to feel like you're better than other people so important to you that it's worth being buried alive over? Do you have an actual death wish? Because I can see this place starting to collapse. Becca, what are you doing? Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. Don't Becca kick you around. All of these are just Kenai statements. I would rather bring her up than bring Becca down. Alexis, you are so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Excuse you? No, excuse you, Becca. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to hang out with you. I just want to leave, and I'm going to do that right now. Whatever. Oh, this isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Then do it. Leave now. Whoa, good job. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that is much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. You find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Hey, are you alright, Drake? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. The fuck? What? Drake, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get both of you some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues. Now, magnitudes more intense than ever. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you are trembling, as if they were being struck by invisible blows. With each knock, they're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Maybe there were ghosts. At least the kids are safe. Did you see it too? Did you know something might happen? We should wait for Stella. I had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? There's gotta be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder. Climb like hell. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire life working in and around coal mines. Follow her. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace, the entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Achievement unlocked, pro babysitter. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there, you did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your stupid idea, and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't have showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel, drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. And she's gonna be so mad at me, she probably won't talk to me for like a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis, we don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm going to get my car and we're going home. Tabby. Tabitha leaves towards the active mine without another word, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. Ditchlings, the entities in the mines, what now? Ditchlings, not to be flippant, but that wasn't the end of our ditchling problem, right? I think you're right. We've still got a lot of unanswered questions too, even more than we had this morning, and we had a lot of questions this morning. This is all a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern, right? I can't believe you left me your vision. There was a stone carving on the wall in that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just auto-suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Drake and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't autosuggestion. Everything happened. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo, weird stuff. Yeah, really weird. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella, just before you all left. Did you not see them? Oh, I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. It was super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark, abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile of some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they would be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. Sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in the pit, too. What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I better drive these kids home. Come on, let's go back to the estate. It's been a long day and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Drake? Excuse me, Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. So there's definitely like a generational curse that's been put on us, am I right? I mean, the only two Scarlets in there saw this vision and became suddenly aware of the surroundings and... sorry and... terribly, and why do you treat Stella like that? You and Kanika don't seem to get along. I'm sorry about today. It's fine. How are you holding up? I've been better. Don't seem to get along. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. And you and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. I'm gonna drop it. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into trouble like that when I was a teen, and I had Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I like to know more about you, and about Pearl Ann for the matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. Yeah, I'm gonna remain silent on that. I gotta focus on the road. Let's ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate. The musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed, and I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. It's also turn in. You head back to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all. These are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down with dread and the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall, and the visions it imparted upon you. Sometimes the text is a little bit off, like there's typos or a wrong tense or type of word is used, but the meaning gets along. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just a cat. It's always just a cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. It must be so cool to hear what she has to say there. Generally, like with the talking to animals option, I think I'm gonna do that as another playthrough because I am so interested in what the animals have to say about everything that's happening and what the cat would have told us there. Okay, so we're seeing the decrepit house. We're seeing Tabitha tired and sad. Ooh, a basement? Secrets in the basement? Definitely something lurking there. This is the end of episode 2. I got Mix America and Inspector Clouseau achievements unlocked. Episode 3 is currently slated for late 2021 or early 2022. We'll be sure to update you once we have a firmer release date. Amazing. I'm going to save it here before I forget. So yeah, I feel like I got possibly the best outcome that I could have in this episode already in this first playthrough. I think I managed to play that pretty smart. I might play it again with some different traits just to kind of see where that goes and if there's any differences, but I don't think that it's going to be worthy making an entire different episode about. At least not at the moment, but maybe in the future if I am running low on games to play, I'm gonna come back to this because I really, really do enjoy the game and I really do want to see what the different traits give you. I would combine talking to animals and strength so that in the first episode nobody has to die. However, in the second episode, I don't know what would have happened if we didn't have our keen-eye trait. Would we have been able to get any of the kids to leave the mine at all? Maybe these two traits really were the most important for these first 2 episodes. I'll see in my own time. As I think I've already mentioned, I've backed this game. I pre-ordered it, so I got the code for episode 2, and I'm really, really happy that I got to play it this early. It's probably going to be a very long video, so if you managed to get to the end with me, thank you so much for hanging out. I really enjoyed this, but I'm so hungry right now, and my throat is shot from all of this talking. But this game is an absolute marvel. I'm definitely gonna have to remember to report that bug, though, of Stella disappearing from the screen. And yeah, this was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I didn't even... Oh yeah, this is just the history. But yeah, this was awesome. I understand it's going to take a long time to make it. If you didn't already know, every single screen and movement or anything that you see on screen was all hand-drawn. So this takes a long time to make. Beautiful. The atmosphere is awesome. I definitely think the first part was scarier. The second part was a bit more adventure, like adrenaline, action heavy, but not even, it wasn't very action heavy, but it's, in the way that people have compared Resident Evil 7 towards 8. That 7 was a bit more of a horror game and 8 was a bit more of an action game. That's how I feel about episode 1 and 2 here. So, still awesome. Still so many mysteries and questions and like, what the fuck is going on with Wayne? He's got that little freaking spooky shawl on his head. definitely a ghost man. So we at least know that now. Super interesting. I think the only difference is in the gameplay, but to get to the same good ending, which I think this was, would be small dialogue differences. The decision-making process, I think we nailed. Anyway, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and please like the video if you enjoyed it. It would mean a lot to me. I'll see you soon for another video, and eventually for episode 3, which I'm really looking forward to. So, until next time, bye for now, guys.